Mark Lautman. He's a veteran of many Ignites and always has something interesting to say. Mark. Thank you.
I'm an economic developer, been at it about 30 years. I have some colleagues, Gary Oakdahl, Basie, and our mission is really to grow the economy a little faster than the population. It's we've had a really tough time coming out of the recession. We were lasting job growth for a while, and our education system was underperforming. And these two factors are inextricably linked now for the economy to grow. The way you think about economic development is your economy has to grow faster than your population. That way, everybody, school systems, households, businesses have more money per person to serve than they had the year before. If it doesn't, you have problems. The biggest obstacle right now is that, believe it or not, is we don't have enough qualified workers. But what's happened is our generation of baby boomers didn't have enough kids to replace ourselves. And half of the ones we did have didn't get the kind of educations they need to work. The other problem is that the jobs are changing. The nature of the jobs are becoming more technologically demanding, and they require a higher level of math and science. And what's happening is as the boomers leave the market, there's not going to be enough qualified workers to actually staff the economy, especially if it gets more technologically demanding. And so this is the scenario we're looking at. More people because boomers aren't dying, but the green part of the population, which are the people that are skilled to work, is shrinking. And the problem is our school systems aren't dumping people into the qualified work class, but dumping them into the unqualified work class too fast. So there's only three sources to recover the workforce thing. You make us boomers work till we're in the box. Keep us healthy, minds working. You can try to help the mid-career change candidates find jobs, but the really big lift is going to be trying to reform the school system. So I was on a project in Colorado Springs and ran into a Ukrainian physicist named Anatoliy. And Anatoliy had, as he immigrated from Ukraine, spent time in Europe and South Africa and realized that some countries overproduce technical talent while other countries underproduce. And there's nobody in the middle. You're either way overproducing or way underproducing. Turns out that the difference is separate at about third grade. So everybody tests the same at third grade. By the time you hit junior high, the population has already split. So your technologically challenged population has already been identified. And so he was this guy's a physicist. He was really mystified by it looked like a statistical anomaly. He finally realized what it was when you start teaching physics. So if you start teaching physics as a core subject in 5th and 6th grade, and you teach it as a core subject every semester all the way through high school, instead of leaving it for a geeks-only subject your senior year, you end up with a completely different educational product. And this is conceptual physics. It's not math-based in junior high until you get to 9th grade. So what Anatoliy did was he went around, collected the curriculum, built it into modules so he could pack it around the science curriculum of any junior high school. And they tested it at the two poorest performing middle schools in Colorado Springs. These had 95% free and reduced lunch populations. 85% of the kids were testing 1 to 2 years behind. And within 1 year, 2 semesters, they had flipped those student success metrics to 80% were testing 1 to 2 years ahead. 30% of the student body made a 4-level, grade level jump. It felt like an anomaly. They ran it again. They're in their 3rd year. And this thing looks like it has the potential. We call it a silver bullet. It looks like something we can institute for, and they're charging, they got a foundation, $50,000 a year to outfit a middle school, and it will flip the student success metrics, all 3 subjects. So what this has the potential to do is not only improve our school, especially in the rural areas, but flatten the remediation burdens of the community colleges and reverse the 80% washout rate in our STEM programs at the universities. And in 7 years, you're flooding your local market with tech-savvy new workers. And this looks like the only really silver bullet out there for solving this problem, and it's cheap, 50 grand. So we got one school in Gallup doing it, and they're finishing their first year. But we think this is a really big solution.